this is protection for all of those devices. An unbelievable offer. Tony Limrick, you know about new technology. You brought us an amazing range of software and hardware and all sorts of things. But when I saw this, as you probably did as well, you thought, no, impossible. This is such a great offer.
Yeah, it almost looks like it's too good to be true, but it's not. This is stunning in terms of what it's going to do. 5 PCs, 5 years for under £45. But the first thing I think we need to understand is, well, why do I need it?
Well, why do we need protection when we're online and surfing and doing all the stuff that we do?
Because we do so much online today. Our PC, our mobile phone, our Android phone, our Android tablet. When we're surfing on the internet, think about what you have stored on that computer, on that phone. Things like personal details, home address, bank information, if you're doing your banking, your shopping, credit card information, all of those things need protected. If you put a PC on the internet, unprotected, average time for that to get infected, 7 minutes.
Just 7 minutes?
7 minutes, that's all it's going to take. So with all those PCs around the world, you might be sitting there thinking, nobody's going to find my PC. Well, if that's the case, when you go out in the morning, do you lock your house? Why do you bother? There's loads of houses. If you drive down to the shops, would you get out your car and leave your handbag or your wallet on the dash? Why not? You wouldn't, because you're going to get it stolen. Don't let that happen with your internet surfing.
But how many computers are infected with all these things that we hear
In the
about?
UK alone, just over 20%. That's 1/5. We're protecting 5 devices here. 1/5, 20.35% PCs are infected in the UK. And you may not even know your PC's been infected, because it could be used by a cyber criminal to send out lots of spam mail. 37% of the UK adult population using the internet have been scammed in some way. Average cost of that, £250. 378 million consumer-related crimes in 2012. Not big corporates, consumers, us.
Just ordinary people.
378 million in 2012. In 2010, internet crime cost 38 billion. In 2011, 38 billion. In 2012, 75 billion. If you think internet crime is going away, it's not. It's growing, because we are using more devices that are not protected, and that's the big game for the criminals.
And this is a one-day only offer, and it's a very special offer, because the nearest we could find, if you went to Panda Direct, to protect 5 devices for 3 years, not the £90 that you see on our screen as the standard QVC price, but that would be £236.99. This does more. It does 5 devices for 5 years. And when I say devices, we are talking not just about desktops and laptops and netbooks, but Android tablets and mobile phones. So it could be 2 mobile phones and 3 computers, or 3 mobile phones and 2 computers, for 5 years. That works out to be less than £1.80 to protect each device each year. That's less than £9 to protect all 5 devices a year. Now, just compare that with anyone else, and you know that this is a great offer, but this is only available at this price today, and we've got a variety of different colours, because it comes on a USB stick. And I suppose, Tony, we should need to talk. Yes, you can choose the colour, and the software is on there, and you can, if you want, to download it, as you would do to Android devices and things, and then you could even use this to store things.
Yeah, and I was asked yesterday, would you suggest that once you put the software on your computer, wipe it off the key so you can use that 4 gig key? My answer to that is, no, don't do that, because the amount of software on there is relatively small, because Panda is cloud-based. And that's one of the smart things with Panda security. They're one of the innovators of cloud-based security. What that means is most of the work is being done in the cloud. And that's actually quite smart, because if you think about it, it's when you're in the cloud surfing that you need that work.
And if you're not online, there's no real threat.
So it doesn't slow your computer down.
I've had previous protection systems, and they took over the computer, and the computer slowed down. But this is very light.
It's very light on the operating system. Now, we'll get into the control panel in a second, but equally with phones and smartphones and tablets, a lot of your viewers have purchased an Android tablet or an Android phone from QVC. You might think you're safe because you've got and you won't think about protecting your phone.
We don't get viruses and things on the phones, do we?
But you do. If you download an app, let's just take this Android phone here. So standard Android phone, I've got Panda Security on here, and we've got 5 devices. So this could be maybe 2 PCs at home, there could be 2 phones, 2 Android phones, and you might have an Android tablet. So all of those are being protected by this one purchase today. If you look up here, there's a little Panda signal, because I've got Panda on here. This is part of the dashboard that I use on my phone. But if I just bring that down for a minute, you can see it says there, I'll read it because it's going to be small on there, it says app scanned, Google Play Store was installed and scanned successfully.
So when we download apps, we could be downloading problems?
Absolutely you can. Because you could go to, let's say, the QVC app. That's going to be safe to download. But what if somebody scammed that and actually put a dodgy QVC... No, look, it looks like QVC.
Yeah.
Some of these websites that you can go to, they look real. The banking websites, if you get scammed and sent to a banking website by some of this malware stuff, it will look like you're going to your bank and it'll ask you certain questions that your bank would never ask you. But it's asking that because it needs that information.
Do you know the other thing is, yes, we've got the 30-day money-back guarantee on this, so you can try it on your systems. And I say systems. It could be a netbook, it could be a laptop, and it could be the desktop. And 2 mobile phones as well, and protect them for 5 years for that one-off cost. Now, you'd be thinking, well, it'll be out of date in a few months' time. But of course not, because it's constantly updating itself.
It's constantly updating because you go to the cloud, it looks... You know, if I'm using this on the internet, and there's a virus that's suddenly trying to attack my computer, Panda know about that, because it's collective community. What it basically means is all of their users around the world, what they're doing on the internet, if they're being attacked, Panda know about that, and Panda are fixing it, and that's why it's so quick and so smart.
I'm going to protect tablets, I'm going to protect mobile phones, I'm going to protect laptops and desktops and netbooks and all sorts of things. Now I'm a bit worried it's going to be complicated. So how easy?
Well, this is a smart thing with Panda. They know their stuff, and it's about... You know, I love technology when it does something really useful for me, but I don't have to be a scientist to use it. So when we take the key, we take the key and we put it into our computer. If it was on a tablet or smartphone, we download the Panda app from the Google Play Store and then authenticate.
And we've got the
that way.
activation code.
You've got the activation code, that's in here, okay? So you use the activation code to actually install it. So we put this in, there's an install button, you press that, and it starts going through a process. It can take 5 minutes, 10 minutes, depends on the speed of your processor basically onto your computer. Once you've done that, you'll come up with this screen, once you've activated it. This is the control panel. You don't have to have this screen here, it's when we're using it if we want to go in and do something. It actually sets itself up, for instance, so every time I turn my computer on, it will scan and make sure that I'm safe and it will keep me safe, okay? So I don't have to set those things up, it's done. But just look at some of these buttons here. If I go into scan, some of the things I would do when I first installed this, because if your computer's not brand new, then chances are it could have an infection that you don't even know about. They're sending out spam emails, for instance, and that's why your computer could be running slow, for instance. So the first thing I'd do is run a scan. Let's make sure everything's clean and tidy once I've installed it. Other things I could do, here you've got things like detect vulnerabilities, and this is where this is so much more than just an antivirus or firewall. This is not just shutting the front door, this is shutting the back door on all the windows and the garage and the garden shed. That's why it's so good as security software. So let's look here, if I haven't updated my Windows program, that could be a weakness to get into my computer. This will check it for me. I can check it here. Press that button, it will check it. If there's a weakness, it will tell me I upload it. So keeping your whole system, a program that you download from the internet that you're using, quite a good program, you could be using it happily. If that's had a security breach, you need to update it. If you don't know, how do you keep in contact and up to date with all of that?
But this
does it for you.
Do you know, this is great. I mean, this is going to be available for all your Android devices and all your Windows-based PCs and tablets and things like that. It's not going to be suitable for your Apple devices, and I have to tell you also that you've got a 5 machine allowance here, so 5 devices for 5 years. Now that is massive, because normally you get 1 device for 1 year, or maybe 3 devices for 1 year, and you could be spending that sort of money on that system. But you've got 5 devices for 5 years, 2 easy payments, and a 30-day money-back guarantee. Go now and check when your current system expires. Because if it expires in the next few months, buy this today and don't use it. Because it's only when you start to use it does that 5-year period start. So yes, if you want to, let it run for another month or 2. But here's the thing, is your Android device protected? Because, Tony, I was thinking, well, if I've got another system and it's not going to expire for another 3 months, I could wait. But then I've got a whole load of Android phones at home and other machines that maybe aren't protected.
Just hearing you say that, I was going to say, do you know what, Simon, I'm going to disagree with you. But then when you went on to say, but what about my Android? So if you've got 3 months, 4 months left on your PC, you could wait and install it then, and that's when your 5 years are going to start. I would not wait. I would absolutely not wait. For £1.80 a year for 5 devices, for each device, why wait? Get this one protected. Get your Android tablet protected now. Get your phone protected.
Do them all at once.
If you've got 2 or 3 laptops you're going to do, they're all going to expire at different times. Do it now. Get those 5 years running. If you're thinking, I won't do it because I'm thinking of changing my computer, use it here now. Get this protected anyway. You could then use it to clean the files. When you want to delete files here, for instance, you can delete files on here. And when you use Panda to delete files, that's military-grade deletion. You are not going to get those files back, so you can sell that computer on knowing your stuff is protected.
When you activate the product and install it on the first thing. That's when your 5-year period starts. So then put it on all of them. You might as well. You've got 5 devices covered for 5 years. Now, when we went to Panda, and this is made especially for QVC, nobody else has got this, and we've got the different coloured keys, so you can choose the colour that you like, but you have to order it today to get this price. When we went to Panda and said, well, what would it cost for, say, 3 years for 5 devices? It was £236.99. The normal price for this will be £90, and that's incredible value. But today, it's less than half price from that normal price, and you've got 2 easy payments. And here's the best thing. If you don't think it's a great product, you've got 30 days to put it to the test, but we've asked a few people what they thought, and it gets huge endorsements from the professionals all over the place. I don't know if we've shown the screen, but we've got lots of different endorsements, and all sorts of different people love it. I put it on my HP laptop. It runs away in the background seamlessly. It is fantastic. Look at them all. Everyone seems to love this. You don't have to spend a fortune to get great quality, but the free stuff is, well, it's free. And you do get free protection.
3 things will work to a degree. This is going to protect all of your laptops. If you've got 5 devices, Android phones, Android tablets, and it's easy to do. Let's just go through some of this. You can get an idea of some of the things that we might want to do. Now, if we've accepted, we need to protect ourselves on the internet.
What sort of things will it protect?
So things like, other than our banking and all that kind of stuff, which we absolutely want to get protected. What about our children? Your child...
I mean, if I put in a credit card once to a website, the computer knows that I've put it in. It will protect
You
that.
set it up here, say, I want this number never to go out elsewhere unless I authorise it, basically. If we go to children, your son, how old's your son?
He's coming on 12.
Coming on 12. So he could have a laptop in his bedroom, he could be doing his homework, he's surfing the internet. You can't always be there watching, but they could get themselves in trouble. They could type in an innocent search on Google and find themselves somewhere where you really don't want them to be.
Parental control.
Parental control, but really easy. I've already gone forward. Let's go back one step. I go to parental control. Click on that box there. It says, right, I'm the administrator, so I'm controlling it. This is my son or your son. I go into his account as the administrator, and I say, right, at 12, I could put him into teen, but I'm going to put him into kid mode, OK? And if you click here, it will show you with a tick box all the types of websites he's now not going to be able to get to. If you thought, you know what, I don't mind him going to business, because he's quite interested in business, I'll let him go there, but I don't want all these other things covered, it's done. In one or two clicks...
And that's when he logs on?
When he logs on, if I now accept that...
Same machine that I log on to, but we've got different logins.
Absolutely. So he's now logged on. OK, I've accepted that, and I'm going to say OK. Now, when you're logged in, you've got full access because you've allowed yourself to go wherever you want, because you've not blocked it. When your son logs on, he's going to only be able to go to certain... He couldn't go to a gambling site, for instance, because you've stopped that with your parental control, as easy as that.
Would that be the same as on this mobile phone?
No, on the mobile phone, you can't block it on the mobile phone. The app works slightly differently there. So you're blocking yourself in terms of these apps that you could download. He wouldn't be able to download applications if they're unsafe, for instance, because that's going to stop him doing that. If I go into identity protection, so I might have things on here. For instance, I might say, right, I've got an account number, I've got a credit card that I don't want sent to the internet and scammed. If you look here, I've just set one up. I'll show you how to do this. I've called it a credit card, QVC demo for Panda, and I've put the information I don't want to be sent here. To do another one, I would just click in here and go, right, I want a bank account or whatever, click which one I want. Once I've done that, I put a description so I know what it is, and down here I put the information I want to keep safe. It's as simple as that. Now, if I was to try and go to the internet, for instance, let's do it now. If we go to the internet, OK, because what I actually put in there was a QVC code.
OK.
So come down to QVC UK. It's going to let me go to QVC UK because I haven't blocked the site. All right. In fact, it might, no, I haven't got kids on here because I'm under myself. So going to QVC site, because I'm in kid mode, think about it, it might actually block me because it thinks I'm the 10-year-old. So it could block me from going to the site. There you go. So that's child mode kicking in. Now, if I hadn't have put in child mode and I was accessing the site, I would get to QVC. The number I've put in there is the today's special value. If I put that in the search box and then try and go there, another message will come up here saying, this number's trying to be sent to the internet. Are you authorising that or not? And it will tell me, QVC test for Panda, do you want it to go? I'll say, no, that's my credit card. Of course I don't want it to. But it's told me. It hasn't sent it. It's told me. That's the protection I'm getting set up as easy as that.
Hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of you have ordered in this hour alone, joining the thousands who've ordered. You do need to protect yourself. And you know that when it comes to laptops and desktops and PCs and things. But you also need to protect your Android devices now, and that's the phones and its tablets. This will do up to 5 devices for 5 years. That works out to be under £1.80 to protect each device per year. That's less than £9 to protect them all for the year. Now, just compare that with anyone else. If you compare it directly with Panda, and remember, we only got, I think it was 3 devices for 5 years, it was £236.99. Here at QVC, the normal price is £90, but today we've got 2 easy payments, and it's £44.88, and a 30-day money-back guarantee. Now, I know that you're thinking, well, mine doesn't expire for a little while, but order it today, and then even if you don't install it straight away, you've got it on the shelf ready, but my advice would be install on everything, 5 devices, and protect them all for the next half a decade with the latest protection from a great company. It doesn't take over the machine, but it does take over all those concerns and worries and looks after you. That's today's special value, and it's a great offer. Tony, you're going to be back later on, aren't you? You can tell us more about that. So any questions, come back at 2 o'clock, and Tony will answer those questions live in the studio.